We finally have another male character joining the Genshin Impact roster. His name is IFA. In this breakdown, we'll go over his entire kit and how he fits into various teams. IFA is a 4-star Catalyst user with a kit focused on crowd control, healing, and enhancing electro-charged reaction damage. Overall, he's got a solid, supportive toolkit. Starting with his Ascension stats, IFA gains Elemental Mastery as he levels up, totaling 96 EM at level 90. His standard and charged attacks aren't particularly notable, so they can largely be disregarded. For reference, here's what his basic and charged attacks look like. His elemental skill is fairly straightforward and bears some resemblance to Chaska's ability. When activated, he immediately generates 80 Night Soul points and rides a mini Kukasaurus. His normal attacks change depending on whether you tap or hold them while in this mode. While there isn't a major difference between the two, tapping allows IFA to strike enemies 11 times, healing the entire team based on his elemental mastery with each hit. Holding it results in 12 strikes with the same healing per hit, making it slightly more efficient. That said, his healing isn't extremely potent. Using a sample build with 900 EM and talent level 9, he restores about 407 HP per hit, around 4,800 HP total with all 12 hits. It's a decent trickle heal, but it may feel slow in urgent situations. His Elemental Burst is quite effective for pulling enemies together, though not on the same level as Venti or Sucrose. Upon use, IFA launches a shell that explodes on impact, drawing in nearby enemies and dealing AoE Anemo damage. If the enemy is affected by Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, the shell detonates again, dealing additional AoE damage of the corresponding element. In combat, you'd typically use IFA as an off-field support. You'd rotate to him once his burst is ready. Use it, then switch to your other supports or your main DPS. A common rotation would be something like IFA's burst, then other support skills, then switch to your DPS. When it comes to talent leveling priority, focus on his elemental burst first, then his skill, and leave his normal attacks for last. Now let's look at his passive talents. His first passive strengthens all nearby allies' swirl and electro-charged reaction damage. For every Night Soul point present across your team, he gains a buff point, up to 150 max. Each point increases reaction damage by 1%, meaning at max stacks you get a 150% reaction bonus. To reach this cap, your party needs a total of 150 Night Soul points. Running IFA with another Natlin character makes this easier, but he can still perform solo. His second passive grants him 80 Elemental Mastery for 10 seconds whenever a party member triggers a Night Soul burst. The third passive covers Night Soul transmission mechanics, and his fourth allows him to consume 10 Phlogiston to heal the active on-field character if their HP drops below 40%. This heal scales with 150% of IFA's EM and can occur once every 10 seconds. Note: this does not activate in Domains or the Spiral Abyss. In short, IFA is designed to be an off-field enabler. His skill has two variations, tap and hold, with the latter offering slightly better healing. His burst groups enemies and enhances reaction damage. His passives bolster team damage via swirl electro-charged buffs, and he offers a bit of healing utility too. Now let's talk about his builds. For weapons, prioritize catalysts that boost both ATK and Elemental Mastery. Top 5-star choices include Sunny Morning and Thousand Floating Dreams, Nahida's signature, as they offer strong base stats and excellent EM bonuses. For 4-star options, Mappa Mare is a great alternative, giving both ATK and EM. Favonius Codex is another viable pick, as it offers energy recharge to help keep his burst up frequently. Sacrificial Fragments is another EM-focused option. If you're looking for a balance of ATK, EM, and ER, Fruit of Fulfillment is also a great all-rounder. Lastly, Hakushin Ring can help with ER, and the Widsith, though a bit RNG-based, can give him powerful situational boosts. For artifacts, go with a full Viridescent Venerer set since he's an Anemo support. Focus entirely on Elemental Mastery for his Sands, Goblet, and Circlet. Ignore ATK Scent and go with triple EM to maximize his healing and reaction scaling. For substats, aim for 160 to 170%, energy recharge, some flat ATK and crit stats if available. Team-wise, he fits well with both Hydro and Electro characters. Some solid examples would be Ayato, Fischl, and IFA, or Nuvolette, Keqing, Xingqiu, and IFA. The idea is to pair him with characters who can consistently trigger electro-charged reactions while benefiting from his buffs and group control. Now on to constellations. C1 restores 6 energy when IFA's skill hits an enemy every 8 seconds. C2 significantly enhances his swirl and electro-charged bonuses. Buff cap increases to 200 points, and each Night Soul point above 60 now grants 4 buff points instead of 1. C3 increases his skill level by 3. C4 improves his burst by extending the duration of the suction effect by 3 seconds and grants 100 EM after use. C5 boosts his burst talent by 3 levels. C6 gives him a 50% chance to fire an extra projectile on hold skill use, dealing 120% of the original damage. It also reduces Night Soul and Phlogiston consumption by 20% while off-field. The most impactful constellations for him are C2, followed by C1. In conclusion, IFA is a reliable Anemo support character who offers healing, enemy grouping, and a significant reaction damage boost. While his crowd control isn't as strong as Sucrose's and his team comps are a bit limited to electro-charged setups, he's still a fun and versatile character. Not meta-defining, but definitely a refreshing option for players looking to diversify their support lineup.